Hi friends, I'm going to show you how and why I made this project. But first, pictures and videos. This project was absolutely necessary. As you see soon in one of my pictures, I only had enough space to stand between the door and the curtain. I went ahead and built this structure so that I could pull my screen out further. Now I have more than just that little space. Days before I did this video, the curtain was moving back and forth and it pulled down my scroll saw. That's what made me decide to do that so I would have more space. Let me show you a few more pictures of what it looks like when it's extended. Look at how much space I was missing out on. And here is the scroll saw, all cracked on top. Luckily, my cast iron table was not broken. As you will see, my saw is still working perfectly. I didn't videotape the prepping of my wood, but let me tell you what I did. I sanded down my plywood. Yes, I'm using plywood out here. I sanded down my plywood. I put my blue painter's tape on. I then attached my pattern to the blue painter's tape and drilled all of my holes. I hope you don't mind, but I'd like to tell you about my cataract surgery. About 3.5 years ago, I started to notice my eyes were not seeing the line as well as possible. I continued to get glasses year after year and readers and things like that, and nothing helped. So I thought eventually I was just gonna sell all my tools and just find a new hobby and things like that. Um, Lo and behold, I went to the eye doctor earlier this year in June, and it was an older eye doctor, and he goes, "My lady, you have cataracts." And I was like, okay. I really didn't take in what all was happening at the moment. And everything happened so fast. That was in June that I got diagnosed. And in June, I had my first eye done, which is my left eye. And that was supposed to be the worst eye. I didn't even think I needed to get the right eye done. But after having the left eye done, I noticed the right eye was bad as well. After having my eyes done, I noticed colors were very, very vibrant. Everything was just so beautiful to me. I was still having a little, very little blurred vision, so I decided to not cut anything until I got my glasses. I got my glasses about a month and a half later, and I am here to tell you the decision to have my eyes done was the best decision ever. So, on to this project. I decided to go ahead and, like I showed you the pictures in the beginning, I decided to go ahead and cut some things. But when I set up my saw, it was a windy day. It wasn't even that windy, but it was windy. I turned my back to get a few things, and my screen curtain, or whatever you want to call it, grabbed my scroll saw and threw it to the ground. That's where the crack came from. I was livid. But when I picked up my scroll saw and saw that it was still scrolling, I said, we're not going to worry about that crack. We will just make sure that this never happens again. And that's the reason why I went ahead and I put those posts up and made the Corbels or Corbels, however you want to say it. I also have always liked the look of the posts with the corbels on it, that people use for clotheslines. Uh, I won't be using it for that, but I do plan on putting a little table on the bottom. It could be a little workspace. And like I said, when you look at those pictures again, I have so much more space in front of my workshop. On another note, I would like to say thank you to those of you who reached out to me. It means so much. We are on YouTube, but we're real people. And sometimes we're having real issues in our lives. And those are some of the reasons why some people are, stagnant on their channels and things like that. But I've had people reach out to me personally. And again, it means the world. I am back and I plan on doing more scrolling projects. The scrolling projects I plan on doing are fretwork. That is my love. Fretwork are these intricate designs. I see there's all kinds of scrollers out there doing all kinds of things. I hope that you will continue to join me while I do my fret work. Not only fret work, I'll be doing other things. Other wood projects. I'll also be doing some cupcake and mini cake decorating, some macrame, just whatever I'm doing, I would like to be able to do it here. Again, I hope that you will continue to watch and share the videos and learn things from it. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions. I am on Instagram. I will put it in the description box who I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I will put all of that on the bottom. So if you have any questions or you want to show me a picture of something or you even want help with scrolling, every once in a while I will do Messenger and, teach someone different things about the scroll saw. Now let's get back to scrolling. Friends, I never speed up or slow down my videos because I want you to be able to see what my hands are doing or how your hands should be holding the wood or turning the wood so that you will get the gist of it. I actually have a laser here in my shop. I think I've had it about 4 years. I've used it one time. That is when I got it just to see what all it could do. I enjoy scrolling, so I don't batch out my work or anything like that. I don't plan on making 20 of anything for anything. So every once in a while, I will make just two of something or one of something, even. Um, and I've even gotten to the point now where I don't want to take orders. I'm going to pause really quick to explain what I'm doing here. As I was pushing, I started to notice my blade was dull. So I'm going to change my blade. My blade is also bent a little. And if you look really, really good, you'll see there's like dark scorch marks right there in the middle. That's because I pushed my blade to ends that it shouldn't be going. You should make sure your blade is sharp and it will help with the bottom of your wood, making sure that it looks good and barely needs sanding when you're done. The blade that I use is a number 5 Flying Dutchman scroll reverse. I absolutely love that blade. I use it on almost everything. I probably shouldn't, but I really, really love that blade. It has teeth going down and teeth going up. That makes for a really, really clean bottom of your project. I usually have to sand very lightly just to get rid of tiny burrs, but other than that, it's nice and a smooth cut. Okay, back to my story. I noticed my joy for scrolling was going away some years ago. I think that was because I was making what other people wanted. People would go, "Can you make this? Can you make that?" And I go, "Oh, yeah, 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 yeah." Well, I stopped doing that. I only make what I like now. Um, so you're going to see a lot of fret work, uh, just whatever comes to my mind. Doing craft fairs and things like that. Some people, well, myself, I would always think, what do people want? I'm at the age and the time in my life where I'm not concerned really with what people may want. I figure make what I like. What if I don't sell it? If I like it, I can still use it. So I'm hoping that they like what I like. And if you keep on just making things that people see somewhere else, they will not get to see what else you can do or what else is out there. I know I'm being really, really chatty on this video. That's only because I've been missing for so long. I am just happy to be back in the scrolling world. I'm going to be quiet and let you finish watching this video. And when it's over, you could go ahead and watch the beginning again to see the pictures of what I've cut and painted. Anyway, happy scrolling, you guys, and I'm so happy to be back.